Over the last 10 years, Africa has generated 10,000 megawatts of renewable energy at a cost of $21.7 billion. Solar, wind, hydropower, and geothermal energy sources in countries like Morocco, South Africa, Ethiopia, and Kenya are providing the much needed power to the nations.
The African region is the region with the highest potential for renewable energy, and at the same time it's the region which has the least access to energy. So I think that's a good match that provides a very sound basis for increased investments in renewable energy.
Investment in the energy sector in Africa in 2014 accounted for 39% of the total $326 billion that was invested in infrastructure and energy in that year. Even less is the investment on clean energy, which only is $6 billion. The World Bank says Africa still needs to do more to utilize its potential.
Energy is very important for poverty reduction, for growth, and for economic development. This is a priority for most of the leaders of Africa, and this is also a priority for most of the donors working in these sectors. Investment in energy are huge for the continent. We talk about $40 to $50 billion that are needed per year. What's being invested right now is around only $20 billion. So there is a need for investment, there is a need for policy reform.
Studies suggest a targeted increase of 100 gigawatts of renewable energy in Africa over the next 15 years will require 10 to 12 billion US dollars per annum, a clear indication that huge financial resources are required to implement national or continental plans.
There are different sources of financing. We have to be innovative. We have to leverage the public-private money. We have to look at sovereign fund. We have to look at the insurance fund. We have to look at the sovereign fund of some of the countries in the Gulf. We have to look at South-South cooperation. It's not anymore the traditional financing that we have seen in the past, where funding will come only from the north. No, there are new sources of financing. They could be harnessed. They have to be blended.
The call for investment in the African clean energy comes at a pivotal time for the continent. Africa highly aspires to industrialize as soon as possible, but power supply can stand on its way. That is why efforts of aggressively investing in the energy, especially renewable energy sector, remains to be priority number one for nations. The way forward, however, will not be easy. Groupe Tala CCTV, Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire.